Go ahead.
Okay.
Today you're interviewing me about what I've done with Twitter and all my famous accounts and just trying to get some background information, find out how it's affected me, all that. The original Twitter account that I made was named Boyfacts. The reason I started it, I'd been on Twitter for about a year at that point, and I decided that I wanted to do something different, and somebody had tweeted at me, hey, you should make an account giving facts for boys, because I had a good amount of followers. I had like 250. And they weren't really people that I knew from real life, because at that time nobody that I knew had Twitter, so I was tweeted that and I decided to make it, and almost overnight it blew up to 1,000 followers. So initially I built my account up in like a month to about 44,000, a month or two, and I went stagnant for a little bit, but after that I got back on Twitter, and I mean, it just blew up from there. So I'd say from the first day I made it, I mean, overnight I had 1,000 followers, and I was getting like 2,000, 3,000 a day.
At first, I thought he was lying when he said he had like 500,000 followers on the other account. It was Boyfacts he had like the most on, which was a million. Yeah, a million. And I was just like, he's a popular guy. But anyway, when I think about Patrick writing facts about boys to girls, I think it's helpful for both sides. It shows the girls how to maintain the relationship and not screw up everything.
Twitter was full at that time of like 12, 13-year-old girls, I mean, and they're always wondering why their crush doesn't like them back or stupid things like that. So that topic caught on so quickly, it really resonated with those teenage girls like that I was building my following with. They really were quick to treat me like a celebrity. They treat me like something more than them, better than them. I mean, that's not necessarily a good thing, but that's how they treated me. Initially, I started making money off of a thing called My Life. It was maybe 2 weeks into actually getting popular. I maybe had 13,000, 14,000 followers. And what it was is, it was a company where you would go on, and there were all these companies that worked with that company to get their tweet out there. And I would click tweet it to my account, and then I would be paid like 10 cents per click or so. And that's when I really started getting money. A lot of it I blew on the stupidest things possible. I invested some of it, but I mean, I was constantly spending it. I didn't know how to save my money at that point. Now that I'm running the business with Twitter, running small businesses, Twitter accounts, I'm saving that money up, and I'm using it for things like college, but I blew all of that money on just stupid things. I actually made a Twitter account called Cat Williams. I had the exact name, Cat Williams. Nicki Minaj followed me, Chris Brown followed me, Ryan Sheckler. I didn't talk to too many of them, but I mean, the fact that they were following me, the guy Dwight from The Office, Rainn Wilson, he would constantly retweet my Boyfacts account, and I was like the only account like that he would retweet. Michael Orr was a big fan of mine. He invited me to come to one of the Ravens games. From The Blind Side, that guy. He would DM me and we would talk occasionally. Trying to think of any other celebrities. Jasmine Valagas, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, like one of Justin Bieber's girlfriends, like I was friends with for a little while. Chloe Moretz, the girl who played the girl in Kick-Ass. I talked to her for a while. God, I forgot I met all these people. Well, I started working with this guy named Showtime who lived in Brooklyn, and this guy named Andy who lives in Michigan. And we started creating Twitter accounts. We made Bad Luck Brian, we made Anti-Joke Apple, some Tyrone account, we had the Cat Williams account, we had Hilarious Ted, like from the movie Ted. We had so many accounts going. I think we had 8 or 9, but they all had around 400, 500,000 followers. When it initially came out, everybody would always run up to me being like, "Oh my God, you're famous, you're Boyfacts, you're Bad Luck Brian," like, "Oh my God." One time I went to a camp over the summer between 10th and 11th grade, and the whole 10 days that I was there, I was at Fordham University, everybody treated me like a celebrity, like I won awards, like people paid to take pictures with me. That was the craziest part. People paid $2 to take pictures with me at like one of the last night things, and just everybody was always coming up to me like, "Oh my God, you're such a, like, that's crazy," and girls, like, it's died down now because I'm not doing it anymore, but there was a time where I was living life like what it felt like as much of a celebrity as I could. When I was first starting, I used to put people's cell phones numbers on Twitter and be like, "Everybody text me," and their phone would blow up for at least 3 hours. It was just unusable for them. This was before like iPhones and stuff like that, so it was the old text flip phones, the Envies, whatever, where the message would pop up on the screen. You couldn't do anything. It would just be constant. One time I put my cell phone number out there, and I mean, I let them friend request me on Facebook. Still get freaking messages from people like on Facebook, all that stuff. It's just, I still get some of that. I sold my Twitter account. Well, I sold that and 3 other accounts for $4,500. I bought that Mac computer. I sold it to some girl in the Philippines, and she changed it, and she lost the brand name of Boyfacts, which was, I think, stupid. It was getting to be way too much. I didn't have enough time for it. I wasn't making as much money. The other accounts there were just too many. It just didn't feel worth it to me anymore. There was a period of time for a year or two where it was just everything I did, like constantly, every single night. Like put in 6 hours a day sometimes. I felt like that wasn't the most lucrative thing I could be doing with my time. It's given me a career. It's given me all these opportunities. That's what I'm going to do with my life, and that makes me so much more marketable to companies. And it's allowing me to be an entrepreneur as well.